This video will review the initial setup of the BioLight Toxy. First, it is necessary to plug the power cord into the back of the Toxy and into the wall. Next, you will plug the USB to USB port into the back of the cooling block. In this case, there are two cooling blocks in this setup which can be used at the same time. Then you'll go back to the Toxy where there's an on-off switch on the back, and we will switch the Toxy on. Once the unit is on, it will bring up the interface and it will immediately start pulling in the cooling block. Then you will see the interface on the top, and now we'll tap on the center of the interface to go to the login screen. From this screen, you'll have your username, in this case is admin, and enter the password. Now this takes you to the main screen of the interface. From here, you can see all the different things that you're able to do. The first thing that we're going to do is settings. But one thing you'll notice in the upper right-hand corner are the two cooling blocks. They're both plugged in, but because we just turned on, they are not cooled yet. And we will discuss them further in another screen. First, we're going to go to Settings. Now we're on the basic setting. The first thing you can change is the date. The time. We also have options for languages. It defaults to English. It's also set up in Spanish. These two are the only ones set for now, and we will be adding additional languages as we move along. You can change your volume or brightness, and it also shows you how much memory you have used from the SD card. Under Advanced Settings, you'll see the cooling processes. Here you can see the state of cooling as mentioned earlier. There's two cooling blocks that are attached, cooling block 1 and cooling block 2. And also, if you go down, you can see the cooling block type. You have a 17 millimeter and a 12 millimeter. There's also the capability to have two 12 millimeters. The 17 millimeter is used for solid phase testing, which will be covered in a future video. We're looking at the cooling temperature. It's telling us that the cooling blocks are okay. Also, the read well, which is located on the instrument itself, is okay. And the reagent well, just switch to okay. So now we can move forward. There's also a setting to add or delete a user. So you can add a new user, choose a username and add. And choose a password and add. This case, you got a message that the maximum number of users is already in the system. If this happens, you should review the users that are in and maybe delete a user. The only other setting in Advanced Settings you will see on the right-hand side is PMT calibration. This is password protected and only used by the manufacturer. This is the end of the settings video.